thing, just before I don't forget, is just something that my counsellor said to me. Did I say this before? I can't remember if I have. About being used to goodbyes. Did I tell you that? Ever told you that?
No.
So I had my last counselling session last week, and he was talking about like just sort of summarising how I've been doing, because obviously it was the last session. And one of the insights he gave me that I was like, I never thought about it like that. And because I think I've been dealing with it. I think, 'cause you don't know what the normal is, but I think generally speaking, I've dealt with this whole grief process so far pretty well, I'd say, or as good as I possibly can, I think. And he said to me, perhaps because you've left your home and moved to London on your own, you moved to London and moved to Sydney, then you moved back from Sydney to Manchester. He said you might be more used to goodbyes and rebuilding your life more so than if you hadn't have done that. I was like, wow, okay. He said, so every time you've like left a city or left a country, you've said goodbye to a life, and then you're rebuilding again. And in this instance, you're rebuilding a new life around this new normal. And because maybe you've had those experiences, you might be able to lean on your subconscious. You might be leaning on, I know how to rebuild here.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wow, I never thought about it like that. So almost like I've prepped myself for this in a way.
That's crazy.
It's an interesting way of putting it, isn't it?
Yeah, because I would say similar, because obviously I went from Birmingham to the Wirral, Wirral to Liverpool, Liverpool to London, London to Leeds, Leeds to Manchester.
So each time you said goodbye to a life and then rebuilt a new one, and the brain's probably going, okay, I've done this before in a different way. Maybe that's a way of going, okay, let's crack on and start building again.
Yeah, and to be honest, like if I think about that to how we've been the past couple of weeks, is maybe there's like a battle going on between us thinking that, you know, we're rebuilding a new start, but then also realising that, you know, us losing Mike, it's losing a core part of our identity.
It's rebuilding yourself, isn't it?